Okay, this is going to be a video about my second pregnancy. I already did a video about my first pregnancy, so yeah, now this is going to be my video of my second pregnancy. I just want to start off by saying that these two pregnancies are like completely different, like day and night different. Salt and pepper, peanut butter and jelly. Like, okay, y'all get it. They were completely different. Okay. Um, so yeah. My first pregnancy was like super easy. It was wonderful. I loved being pregnant. It's just everything went perfect. Like nothing went wrong. This pregnancy is a different story. The first thing I'm going to say about it is the main thing that made it difficult was my ovarian cyst that I had on my right ovary. I'm not really going to go into much depth about it because I'm going to do a separate video on that because it's just too much to say about it. It was just basically I had a humongous cyst on my right ovary, and it wasn't like a normal cyst that just went away. It actually grew with the baby. By the time it ruptured around 29 weeks, and by the time it ruptured, it was like this big. So pretty much the same size as the baby. So it was kind of like I was like carrying twins this pregnancy. I had a baby inside of me, and then I had another like living, growing thing that was the same size as the baby almost growing in me. So yeah. But yeah, that was one of the main problems with this pregnancy. Was that cyst. And when it ruptured, oh my god, it freaking hurt like a bitch. Oh my, excuse my language. Y'all, I don't even know what the words would be to explain how bad it hurt me. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It hurt so bad. Well, actually, I really don't like my enemy, so, anyway, okay, let me just go ahead and get on with the major symptoms of pregnancy. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is my boobs. My boobs growing was one of like the first symptoms I had with this pregnancy. They hurt. They hurt so bad. They were growing like really fast, and faster than they were with my first pregnancy. I just remember thinking, oh my god, like they're already getting this big. Like they're gonna be ginormous by the time this is over with. But honestly, they didn't really get any bigger than they got with my first pregnancy. I mean, they got big, but they didn't get as big as I thought they were gonna get because they were getting big. Weight gain. With my second pregnancy, I started gaining more weight faster than with my first, which is kind of common. I've always heard that with your second pregnancy, you gain more weight. But really, though, I didn't gain any more weight than I did with my first. Like, by the time I had her, I weighed about the same as I did what I had my first child. But I was just gaining weight faster with this pregnancy. But I really didn't start showing, though. Like, I was gaining weight, but I didn't really start showing until, like, way later on. So I guess it's just showing in my boobs, I guess. That was where the weight was going, I guess. Stretch marks. I am so lucky. I did not get any stretch marks on my stomach again. Go me. So I have had 2 children, no stretch marks on my stomach. But did get some more on my inner thighs. Which, I mean, they're not that bad, but, and I guess if you had to have a stretch mark, you'd want to get it on your inner thighs, because that's, you know, it's not like no one sees that unless, you know. Anyway, alright, so yeah. Morning sickness. Oh, I didn't have any morning sickness with my first child, but with this one, I had morning sickness throughout the whole damn pregnancy. Um, yeah, it. I never threw up though. Like I never once threw up, but it just I always would feel. I always felt like I was about to. So I kind of think that's a little worse than actually throwing up, to be honest with you, because I mean, at least when you throw up, you feel better afterwards. Well, I couldn't throw up. I try. I mean, I didn't try, but well, I mean, sometimes I would, but I just always felt like I was about to throw up, and nothing would ever come of it. So, yeah, I had morning sickness like throughout the whole pregnancy. I was so freaking tired and had no energy throughout the whole pregnancy. Um, I was really tired with my first child when I was pregnant with her. But I could at least like I could have. I got up and went to school every day. I was in high school, so I could still like get up and do things. Well, not with this pregnancy. I had no energy at all. Like it sucked, and it did not even get better in the second trimester. Like it, for most pregnant people, when you reach your second trimester, you start getting your energy back and you feel great. And that happened with my first child, but with this one, it did not happen. I had no energy, none, the whole pregnancy. And also, with that being said, I kind of didn't take my prenatal vitamins this pregnancy. I did sometimes, but nowhere near as much as I should have. And I got really depressed, actually. I had developed a, like, depression problem with this pregnancy. I just wanted to lay around. I would just randomly start crying. Just like, I just didn't even want to be here. I mean, it got that bad. Like, I was so depressed. Like, my hormones were crazy this pregnancy, which they were crazy in my first pregnancy. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think they could get any worse than they were with my first pregnancy, because I was like crazy. But no, I beat it. It was so much worse this go around. I was a very crazy, hormonal, depressed, pregnant woman. It was bad. And please take your prenatal vitamins, because I took them every day with my first child, and I had, like, my labor and delivery and everything went perfect. She came out healthy, like a healthy, good weight. She weighed 7 pounds, 12 ounces. This go around, I did not take my prenatal vitamins, and my labor kind of sucked, and my pregnancy sucked, and she was kind of small when she was born. She was very small, actually. She was 6 pounds, 11 ounces, but yeah, she was like tiny. I mean, I know that's not really tiny compared to some tiny babies, but she looked like she weighed less than that. Like, she was like so little. And she still is. She's still little. So, yeah. Anyway, so just take your prenatal vitamins, please. It really helps out a bunch. Let's see. Okay, one thing that happened to me that did not happen with my first pregnancy was around 10 weeks. I woke up one day and I felt something weird down there. Like, something didn't feel right. It kind of felt like I started my period or something. So I go to the bathroom, I pulled out my pants, and there was blood everywhere. Like bright red blood, fresh blood, new blood, like coming from somewhere. And I freaked out. I immediately thought it was a miscarriage. I just knew it was a miscarriage. I called my doctor. They told me to come in right away. But when I came in, they did an ultrasound, and the baby was fine. There was nothing wrong with the baby. The cyst was still there. Everything was fine, like normal, like it had always been. So basically, they just told me that they didn't know why I was bleeding, but nothing was wrong. So they said if it got any worse, to come back. But it never really got any worse. But I did bleed quite a bit for like 3 days. I bled like a normal period. And then I spotted after that for like 2 weeks. And then I just stopped bleeding one day. And still to this day, I don't know why that happened. But, yeah. The last thing I'm going to talk about is cravings. My memory sucks. So I really don't remember my cravings. Even though it was just recently, I really don't remember any cravings except 2 things. And one of them was hot wings. I loved wings. Me and my fiance, we ate like Buffalo Wild Wings all the time. I always wanted some hot wings. And the second thing was Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell anyway. But literally every single day for the first half of my pregnancy, the first half, I ate Taco Bell every single day. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. I wanted it every day. Yeah. And actually, I want some right now. Thinking about Taco Bell. I'm actually about to go get me some, I think. Let's see. I'm running out of time. I was going to talk about weight. Losing my weight afterwards. But I think I'll do that with my labor and delivery story or video. So yeah, I'm going to end this now before it gets too long. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.